everybody, welcome back to day 19 of our 30 days of daily play challenge. We're working on our modern calligraphy skills right now, and please make sure that you're sharing your progress so far over in our private chat. That is the best part, is that we are all looking at the same prompt. We might all be tracing the same things, but our results are going to be so different, and that is the whole point. So please give yourself a huge pat on the back for continuing to play, to experiment, to find joy, surprise yourself, and stay creatively curious, because that is the whole goal of your 365-day art journal. So today we're going to be writing words in calligraphy, so let's get to it. Very important to give yourself some writing support here. So I have a nice thick book underneath my journal so that I can support my wrist at the bottom as well, so it's kind of peeking out on the bottom since you'll be primarily writing in this space down here. Turn your page at an angle that's comfortable for you, and I'm going to give you some reminders of how to hold your brush pen, get in the proper position as I read you the instructions here. Thumb and index finger touching on the top on that silver line, middle finger supporting on the bottom, and you want to angle it about 45 degrees towards the paper, not facing the ceiling, not facing you. So look back on day 18 and notice how each letter ends. The final stroke is what you'll use to connect letters and form words. The longer the last stroke, the more romantic your script will be. The shorter the stroke, the more beginner friendly it will be. Let's learn to connect letters by writing the word play. Circle the version you like best and continue to practice keeping the length of your connecting strokes consistent. So I want to give you sort of a couple visuals of what this might look like, but the whole idea, and these blue lines that you're seeing, are pointing out your connector strokes. So I kind of pointed out yesterday when we were working on the full alphabet to pay attention to that final stroke that you create. If you want more of a romantic modern calligraphy script, you're really going to have to extend the length of that final stroke. And the most important thing is that you don't have to decide today, but you just have to make sure that the lengths remain consistent. So I'll show you a couple of examples down here. You can just watch for a moment here before you dive in on the page. But if I was to write the word play, I would do downstroke, oval, little flourish. And I'm trying, this was one connector stroke here, and now I'm trying to mimic the same length here. But what happens if they're all different? So here I intentionally did this to show you. That's the length of this connecting stroke. That was the length of this one. And that was the length of this one. All very different. Okay, so I want to set you up for success with some good habits right off the bat when you're learning calligraphy. So you want to make sure that the length of your exit strokes, the length between your letters, is consistent. If you want sort of a romantic script, as I mentioned, like this one here, you're going to extend the length of your exit strokes. If you want more of a modern looking script, then you can have pretty short exit strokes, and the goal here is just consistency. So first step when you're learning how to write a word is to just learn how to write each letter individually. So you would trace the P, the L, the A, and the Y. So I'll do that now. Downstroke, oval, and then that flourish, knowing that that flourish is what you're going to connect to the L. And now this exit stroke is what you're going to use to connect with the A. So we know now that each letter is not created in one fluid motion. So we have to look for the natural stopping points, right? So when we're writing this word play down here, you can even trace this one here. You would go downstroke, overturn, watching your speed, and you're going to extend all the way up, down, up, and stop. Oval, stop, underturn, stop, underturn, stop, downstroke, descender, loop. Practice, play, see which version you like the best, experiment. Like if I really wanted to work on, a super romantic version, I might go like this. Again, watching my speed. And that's a little flourish at the end there. Versus this example here, where your exit strokes are very small, very controlled. The great thing about calligraphy, especially when you're learning, is it's very difficult to be thinking of anything else, including your household to-do list, your anxieties, your worries, when you are so focused on those pressure changes and learning the basic strokes, how to combine them. There's so much to learn about calligraphy. So again, if this feels a little bit too overwhelming right now, that is totally normal. And we go back and we keep practicing the basic strokes using our Tombow Furenosuke brush pen. And you can go back and watch that video anytime you like. And just know that this is actually the most important page to learn calligraphy. And eventually you will get to a point where learning how to combine and connect letters to create words feels quite seamless. But I would love to know which version is your favorite, if it's sort of this romantic and whimsical looking word, or if it's a little bit more modern. Every version, yours is going to look different than mine, and that is the beauty of it. You just finished day 19 of our 30 days of daily play. I've been indicating our calligraphy days using my brush pen because I think it'll be fun to look back on the end and know that these were the calligraphy days. But do whatever feels good for you, and I will see you tomorrow for an introduction to watercolor.